Hey, what's up, y'all? Uh, I really don't make too many of these videos, but I'm gonna make this video just for today. The reason I'm making this video is because we've all been here under quarantine and it's been very stressful, and I want to help alleviate the stress. And I discovered this technique or challenge for you completely by accident while here under quarantine. I wasn't looking for anything. I didn't need therapy. I didn't, I wasn't trying to change myself at all. I was happy with who I was. But I stumbled upon this and it fundamentally changed the way that I think and feel and love myself. And maybe it can help you too. Okay. And if you do this right, you will, I promise you, at the end of this, have a great sense of healing and calm and intrinsic esteem. And I think intrinsic esteem is maybe the most important part of this exercise. And just to be clear, let's talk about the difference between intrinsic esteem and external esteem. Intrinsic esteem, well, let's start with external esteem comes from Instagram likes. It comes from, a cute guy or girl checking you out in the grocery store. It comes when your favorite president gets elected. That's external esteem. And it's very fleeting, as we know. The one time you thought you looked cute in that picture and you get no likes, and then the esteem is gone just like that. Okay. Intrinsic esteem is far more powerful because it comes from success. It comes from accomplishments. It comes from genuine love and connection with friends and family. And this is something that builds from the inside. And this is what makes this so powerful because it taps into that. So let's get started. Okay. This is a very simple exercise. You don't need a quiet place to do it. It's a mental exercise, but it is not a meditation. I want to make that clear. You don't need a quiet place. You don't need to clear your mind. I like doing it in public. I love doing it in public because, especially where I live, when I go out and about minding my business, people are always giving me dirty looks. But when I started doing this technique in public, like, people were literally smiling at me and they were like in my face smiling, trying to absorb some of that energy, and that's what you want. Um, so if you're at a party, let's say you go to a party, you're feeling anxiety, you can do this technique, calm yourself, and it can help you in social interactions. So, as you can see by the title, this is called the replay challenge. It is exactly that. You are going to replay your life in your mind. Okay? The catch is it's only going to be the happy memories. You're only going to do the happy memories. Only the happy memories. You want to include as many details in the memories as possible. You want to make it as vivid as you can. And you're going to start with your earliest memory, your earliest happy memory. And I'll be honest with you, the most powerful memories are the early childhood memories. And that makes sense. That's the most influential time in your life, is your early childhood. When I was going through my early childhood memories, I literally was in a hypnotic state. I couldn't hear anything outside of my mind. Everything else was shut off. And that's what you want. That's what you want. It creates a mental distraction, a positive mental distraction to take you away from stress, to take you away from negative thoughts. And that is a big part of why it's effective. Okay. Um, I have another warning for you. This is real life. All these memories ain't going to be happy, okay? And there's going to be some pain sprinkled in with the happy memories, okay? And, your third grade birthday was the happiest day of your life. But your dad was there, and your dad died a month later. And when you think about that birthday, you think about how much you miss your dad, and then this whole cycle starts. Don't do it. I'm telling you now, don't do it. Okay? If you have those painful pitfalls, you must skip to the next year, skip to the next month, skip past that memory as far out as the pain reverberated through your memory. So you may have to skip a whole year. This exercise, you're supposed to go year by year. But if you skip a year, skip a year. Whatever you have to do to avoid the painful memories. This is called the self-replay challenge. It is a challenge to avoid negative memories. Okay? When I say skip, understand you want to indulge as much as you can in the memories. You don't want to skip years. That is a last resort. Okay? You want to savor the memories. Okay? And when I say savor, I mean the exercise itself. If you're savoring the memories, you have a busy life like I do, this exercise could take days or even weeks to get through your entire life, especially when you're old like me. You got a lot. If you're 16, you can get it done in an hour. But when you're older, you got a lot of years to account for. Okay. When I say savor the memories, though, and this is a very important point. Okay. When I say savor, there's a difference between savoring and lingering. Okay. And I'm going to tell you the difference. Savoring means that you're recalling every detail of the experience, how things smelled, how they tasted, how people around you reacted, all the details. That is savoring. That's healthy. That's good. Lingering means that your ex-boyfriend was the best sex of your life, and you want to replay that night over and over and over again. Do not do this. That is not healthy. That is destructive, and that is counter to what we're trying to build in self-esteem in this exercise. Okay? So I do want to caution you on that. Another thing that you may be tempted to do, and I found myself trying to do this because I'm a perfectionist, right? So the memory was good, but what if it was better? I loved junior prom with Keisha Joe, but damn if I'd marry that girl. Man, you think of all these things, these coulda, shoulda, wouldas. Don't do that either. Here's why. When you do a coulda, shoulda, woulda, you're essentially invalidating the memory. You're saying that memory wasn't good enough, so I'm going to replace it with something better. And subconsciously, your self-esteem is going to realize that you're doing this, and it's going to say, my life wasn't good enough. I should have had something better. And you shouldn't have. The point of this exercise, and this is what makes it so powerful, is when you replay your life, when we think back on our lives, many of us think about regrets or the people that hurt us or the things we used to have that we wish we had now. This exercise, what it does, it brings all your past joy into the present, right? 2, it validates your life. You haven't had a miserable life. You just spent 7 hours thinking about all the great things that you did. You had a good life. And you're revisiting the things that we talked about as intrinsic esteem, your successes, all of your joys, all the love that you got from your friends and family. That's what you're revisiting. And that is going to replay itself in your mind in the present and give you a healthy version of self-esteem. And at the end of the day, when you do this exercise, you go year by year by year, and you finish the exercise, you get to hear the most important thing you're going to realize. The process ain't stopping. Shit. It's been good year after year. Every year this good shit happened. And here I am miserable thinking that I'm not going to be happy again. Your mind is going to realize the cycle's going to continue. You're going to continue to have these joyous memories into the future, and your life will continue to have value. Okay? I don't know who needed to hear this,